Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. The next article that I have here has to do with Severodonetsk and how it is, how the fightings over there and how the achievements and the losses are reported. So let's see here the article from The Hill from June 12th, and this is the title: Russia gradually seizing territory in and around Severodonetsk, UK. What? How is this weasel title created? Seizing territory in Severodonetsk and around Severodonetsk. It doesn't say western part, eastern part, around, and in and around. For me, that means all in and surrounding areas. In order to be able to get surrounding areas, I'm assuming you're able to subdue the center. You're not going to go around it and leave it over there unless you encircle it. But let's see what they are saying. Russian forces are pushing deeper into areas around the city of Severodonetsk in Ukraine's east, British military intelligence said, taking advantage of its larger numbers of overwhelm Ukrainian defenders and gradually seize territory. So we get out of this. So they're take advantage of large numbers. As I said before, it seems like the Russians bring more and more and more, and they will overwhelm the Ukrainians, who, as I said before, will run out of people to shoot guns and whatever else they use. It's not going to be the military weapons or anything. It's going to be the military personnel. And then gradually seizing territory. They've been doing this from February 24th, but nevertheless, now we talk about Severodonetsk. Remember, Severodonetsk is the town that Volodymyr Zelensky said that he is. That's where the fate of this war is determined, or that's the last stand. That means that's the last place where they have really an army. I don't know. Just a guess. So the latest update from the United Kingdom Defense Ministry also said Russia is deploying more units and troops to Ukraine amid heavy fighting in Donbass, the industrial heartland of the country that has been the focus of the Russian war effort for more than a month. According to the intelligence update, Russia is sending in third battalions, probably 3 battalions, from its combat brigades, which are usually held in reserve. The 3rd Battalion is likely to help replenish troops for the longer term in Ukraine. Severodonetsk is the Luhansk region has become the epicenter of the war, which has dragged on for more than 100 days. Russian forces hope to seize the city and gain a key foothold over the eastern Donbass, with the inevitable goal of establishing a land bridge over to the Crimean Peninsula. I think that was already accomplished, they said. That's a land bridge already. Ukrainian president, no, not Ukrainian president, the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, on Thursday said the fate of eastern Ukraine was being decided in the battle for Severodonetsk. And I'm quoting, this is a very fierce battle, very difficult, probably one of the most difficult throughout this war, he said in an address. Ukraine has managed to inflict heavy losses, of course, but the Russians are somehow winning. Counterattacks, taking back territory in the southern part of the country around the Kherson province, but still fighting around Severodonetsk continues amidst steep losses and casualties for both sides. Both sides. I don't know if the Russians were dying. Russia last week began using more troops for ground operation for the independent and Russian-backed separatist force Luhansk People's Republic to blunt the impact on its army. And then it says here, the Leonid Peshechnik, who has the Luhansk People's Republic, told the Associated Press the city is contested but they had managed to hold up more Ukrainian troops in the industrial part of the city, including inside a chemical plant, the Azot plant. So it's going to be another Azovstal in Severodonetsk. This guy did not learn the fate from the first part one. This is one we want to be part two. And he says, managed to hold up. Yeah, hold up what? But nevertheless, the city is contested. Some articles say that the Russians have 90% of it, 10% would be gray zone. Some other some other articles say no, it's actually 60%. Some says no. Today I read one where the Ukrainians are saying that we just like, I will use the word, but they use euphemisms. Retreat from the center of the town. So how are you in the center and the other guys have 90% of the town? They surrounded you or something? It's all kind of misleading, I think, articles, obviously. But as I said in another video, the Ukrainians will not try to, they will try to minimize the Russians' achievements and obviously maximize to a point their successes. But the Western countries seem to switch the way they reported the war. Before it was the same way. They were I don't want to say losing, but lying. I said they were exaggerating as much as the Ukrainian side, the mass media, and now it seems like the Western corporate media lags behind the Ukrainian media in exaggeration, and obviously the Russians exaggerating in their favor. That's that's normal. Let's put it this way. So the fact is, what I can take out of this, the Russians are winning in Severodonetsk, not easily. The guys, the Ukrainians are running again in a plant with civilians over there. I don't understand why they do this, but whatever. Maybe they're pushed into that. And it says here that the same guy here, Peshechnik, said Ukrainian fighters should, and I'm quoting, make a decision to surrender because Russia would eventually emerge victorious in the city. Well, they will not surrender because you can't say the word surrender. Remember, you have to say they will come out. That's the word they like. Come out, exited. They didn't surrender in Azovstal. They came out. They exited. So Leonid Peshechnik, who leads the Luhansk People's Republic, told the Associated Press that the city is contested, but they had managed to hold up more Ukrainian troops in the industrial part of the city, including inside the chemical plant. Yeah, that's what I said, and that's what it is, seems like. We will achieve our goal in any case. We'll liberate yeah, okay, you will do it. I think they will do it. I mean, what could happen for the Ukrainians to really turn the tide? They are overwhelmed with personnel. I think they have to, how do you call it, gather their losses, move back, create another front, and leave another day to fight. And but it's just a matter of time with Severodonetsk. Unfortunately, destruction, losses of lives, and it's just that the population. It's mostly affected. The civilians, the military. Okay, they got a ration of food, they got a weapon to defend themselves or attack. They're involved in something, but as a civilian, you're a sitting duck. They can do whatever they want to you, both sides. So I care for them more than for the military. The military, they do what they need to do. They kill the other side. But anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.